talk about Twists a little bit here. What's your general thoughts on Twists? Is this a good pickup? I mean, very skilled players you've seen over the past 2 weeks.
I think it's as good of a pickup that is available. To say he's a very, very top-level player right now, I think would be an overstatement. But it's something that he has the talent to become. He doesn't have the experience, though. And we'll see. He needs to develop a bit more of a assertive personality when it comes to in-game and going for frags when it's his time to go for frags and when it's his time to strike. We'll see what his role is, though. On Misfits, he was basically like a hard lurk, and my problem with him on Misfits was that on his T side, very often he was just last alive in like a 1-on-4, where if you're like a hard lurk, that shouldn't happen that often. What should happen is if you're lurking and there's a potential for you to just be in a 1v4 and be out of the play, you have to recognize that there's a good possibility that that happens and be more assertive and try to win the round before it becomes to that state, right? Try to get aggressive, even if you're not favored to win the gun battle necessarily, but you still go for it because that's the only way you could actually win the round. So we'll see what role he is in with Liquid. I think if he is in that lurk role, he's going to have to become more assertive, become more aggressive. But as far as like mechanically speaking, left to right aim, guy is incredible when it comes to winning gun battles and duels and things like that. I just worry a little bit that Liquid might have that, you know, hovering type personality between too many other players. No Stewie 2K there to just run in through a smoke and yeah, he's probably going to die, but you know what? Stewie doesn't care. He's just going to do it because it's going to create space for everyone else. That's what I worry a little bit about with this Liquid team. And now, as we kind of look at the leadership role here a little bit, obviously Stan now crossing over onto the Liquid side for anybody that's been out of the loop for the past couple months here now. That has to give, on a map like NUKE, that has to give Liquid a pretty clear advantage, right? Well, we saw OpTic play NUKE last night, and they looked fantastic. The rotates were really on point. I mean, we'll see. I don't think either team really has an advantage roster-wise because Liquid probably hasn't been too well practiced with twists on this map. I would doubt if they have been. And OpTic, you know, they looked pretty good on NUKE. They had a couple executes that I was very impressed with in such a short time period of playing. I think this is anybody's game. I don't think you might give a slight edge to Liquid, but I don't think it's too big of an edge. I think it's anybody's ball game here. But the thing about Stan is the way he's going to call on Liquid, we'll probably see a similar type of strategy that he called on OpTic, right? But the players are a lot different. The Liquid players, I don't think they have like those very assertive, will just get a Tech 9 and just fully buy into the strat like a lot of the OpTic players, to be honest. The OpTic players, 1 through 5, when Stan was on their team, would all, if they do a Tech 9 armor strat, are not afraid to sacrifice their life for the team. You know, to jump through a smoke, probably die. But you know what? Yeah, maybe 2 of you die, but then all of a sudden Mixwell and Rush or whatever, whoever's alive is going to trade that kill and be put in a 3v3 in a manageable situation, right, where they actually can win a round. Liquid, I worry that maybe he calls a strat like that and maybe 3 people buy in and they kind of go, and then 2 people kind of wuss out a little bit, and then they're not there to like trade the frag. Something like that might happen. That's the thing I worry about with Liquid. If that doesn't happen, and guys can kind of get out of their comfort zone, they could play more for the team. They could understand that, hey, I might die, but my death probably won't be in vain because my teammates are going to back me up. And I think this team could go very, very far because talent-wise, they're like pretty insane. Well, let's see.
The Molly helping it out a bit as well, but 1, 2, 3. The fourth, I think, is Burns before he
gets... Gonna have to drop one. Rush with a nice flank here, but you don't expect that many players on upper. Liquid, while they kept buying, that was their last chance at it, and they succeed. And again, it's that upper site. Quite a few rounds, but now he's more in the play. He's going towards upper because they're not really utilizing Secret.
Twist getting a nice lineup of kills here, though. As he reads to him, he will knock him out there. And we'll see the pistol go into the control of OpTic.
Yeah, so top fragger in the entire game is Elise right now, even though his team's, you know, losing by a few rounds, 18 and 13. But now OpTic does get the full buy. Let's see if Mixwell has an off.
The possibility to take the lead, as we'll be tied up here, but we are going to go into one. Tries to throw them off, which could lead to the upset. Nice and cautiously, so they can secure that lead, get that 12th round. We don't see any slip-ups there. The Molly, I think JDM, yeah, he just saw the head, that spot, watching out for heaven drops. And I think they also rotated Mixwell up from the vents too, so he's sitting right in that corner. Okay, that doesn't last for very long. Stanislaw makes quick work of Mixwell, and now Jason R looking away at the wrong moment.
Just take gun battles win 2 right off the bat on Tariq, and I believe it was Rush, peeking from Hell in Heaven. And then Liquid just slows it down. They don't force anything. They get Stan back in the lobby.
Teammate there. So, yeah, really clean stuff from Liquid.
Happy about that.
Yeah, since he has this aggressive position right on the other side of Twinkie. But Twist is going to wrap back in. They don't check for it. He'll be a little bit patient here. More pushing in. Oh, he missed the first spray, though, and now goes in. But he's only able to get that 1 kill. Tarek still waits inside. But it's with the scout, so nothing too much to fear here. Nitro catching the first kill.
Flash. What?
Oh, Tarek getting a headshot out of nowhere against Salige. Apparently, it is something to be feared. Problem is now he's surrounded, though, and there's nowhere safe.
Gets shot in the back. All of a sudden, they have a guy in window side, so all they have to worry about is the vents and, you know, decon, yeah, and then ramp, right? So it's pretty easy to hold in that sense. Now they just go with an upper rush. Finally, OpTic gets a hold.
Now it's down to JDM in a 1v3 pretty quickly after that one.
No? Where did the nade go, Blue?
Just didn't hit.
How did that not kill him?
Oh, no. I don't know, dude.
Unbelievable.
13 for OpTic. 2 more to go. We'll be in OT. Nice shot, Exalt.
Just a great T-side. OpTic couldn't, you know, get anything going there. And that time, if you saw Liquid and the way they took upper was a little bit different. They throw outside smokes. They get them looking outside. Elige got on top of Mini, I believe, and then drops down while his teammates are hitting upper. So he got the kill on the guy top hut, right? Jason goes down. He gets caught with a molly in his hand, and then he's coming through Mini. Mixwell doesn't punish him for it, and you know, again, the upper holds, man. Yeah, it's tough to hold, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like when I want to say Keo holds it and just plays on Mustang, makes it look so easy.